Now on Chasing News. As Hurricane Joaquin makes its way north in the Atlantic
with wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles an hour, I expect scattered blackouts.
The governor just finished his remarks.
Be ready, be prepared to respond with weather.
Be glad you're a producer
Hank,
today.
did you walk here? Hank?
Spadea, steer clear this weekend. You don't want anything to do with it.
Water's coming right up underneath it.
You literally look like you washed ashore.
Tiana Cornelius loves to read, but she does something a little different when she reads in public. She takes her shirt off.
Am I the only person that likes to read privately? Like, the last thing that I would want is people staring at me.
Do you read naked?
When Dana and Chris wanted to get married, they picked out a beautiful menu. Caterer never showed up. The couple ended up having to order $200 worth of pizza. I wanted to give the wedding dinner they never got. All right, so wedding dinner.
There you go.
Just kidding.
Hey, whoa, Rohan.
I love pizza.
I think they want the pizza. Guys, as Hurricane Joaquin makes its way north in the Atlantic, we are certainly going to feel some of the effects. We've got team chaser coverage. Ronica's with Governor Christie. Hank was out chasing the storm. And Tamara is talking about preparation. But I want to start with meteorologist Dan Zarrow from New Jersey 101.5. So you've had a busy week chasing this storm. What is the latest?
Everybody's asking me, is this going to be like Sandy? It is not going to be even close to that. But still, low-lying areas, those streets that are right next to tidal areas, the ocean, the bays, even the Delaware River is going to rise a little bit from this storm. And that's not just today, it's not just tomorrow, it's all the way through about Monday of early next week.
What about blackouts, Dan? What are they saying? I mean, is there an expectation that power will be lost in some of these towns?
I expect scattered blackouts. I don't think it's going to be a widespread problem, but with wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles an hour, especially with the wet soil that we have now, those trees are going to come down. They're going to come down onto power lines, and it's just going to be probably, hopefully, a temporary situation for people.
All right, Dan Zarrow, meteorologist with New Jersey 101.5. Thanks for your insight on this. All right, I want to check in with Hank. He's out in the storm somewhere.
Boss, be glad you're a producer
Hank,
today.
did you walk here? Hank?
Spadea.
Seriously, did you walk here? Did you swim here? It's nuts
Nobody
out
loves
there.
a day at the beach more than you do. I'm telling you, brother. No,
nuts?
Steer clear this weekend. You don't want anything to do with it. I'm talking specifically about Ortley Beach, especially.
What the hell
You
happened to
literally
you?
look like you washed ashore.
Water's coming right up underneath it. One guy I talked to says he thinks it's going to go right up underneath the house and onto Ocean Avenue. Time will tell.
Bulldozers, backhoes, dump trucks are working around 5th, 6th, and 7th Avenues and Ocean Avenue there in Ortley Beach. They're trying to shore the dunes up there because the Atlantic Ocean's knocking on the door with a little help from an adrenaline shot from Hurricane Joaquin.
The long-term plan that they have where they're supposed to put the metal in and the dunes, that would have been nice to have. Yeah, that would have been a lot more helpful than just this. All right.
It looks kind of bad, and assuming that Hurricane Joaquin does make that right turn out to sea, things will be okay. But Ortley Beach, as you know, is part of Tom's River. I was able to hook up with Mayor Thomas Kelleher this morning and some of his emergency management guys, and we were checking the storm out from the lifeguard shack.
What did it look like?
It looks wild. It looks insane. It's like Moby Dick. I mean, there's it's like 10, 12 foot.
12 feet.
Yeah, they're massive.
12 feet.
And the thing is, Ortley's been wanting to build effective dune works, essentially seawalls, ever since Sandy gave the town a bad working over 3 years ago.
Shouldn't some of this have been handled, you know, with relief money, with FEMA money?
We got a lot of that, and the Army Corps of Engineers has a plan to enlarge these beaches and do a plan to raise the dunes.
The thing is, the money's there, Bill, but beachfront homeowners haven't signed easement yet, so there's still a couple of holdouts.
Mayor, what's the status of that? You still got a couple of holdouts?
We still have some holdouts, and hopefully this storm and what the existence of these conditions will be an incentive for the holdouts to hurry up and sign up.
Now, as Dan Zarrow just said, the latest on Joaquin is that he's headed out to sea, but that's the thing that makes hurricanes wild and incredible is there's no weather center or radar or anchorman or meteorologist yet who's been able to predict what a hurricane will do. And today's only October 2nd. Hurricane season's just getting warmed up.
I mean, is there anything that they can do to mitigate against the fact that those dunes are not put up? Like, what's their plan?
That's the point of the story, is that they're doing what they can with bulldozers and backhoes and diggers, but those things are like Tonka toys if that hurricane decides to have a temper tantrum.
I mean,
Joaquin? Joaquin.
Hokum's Jokums.
Phonetically, it's W-A-K-E-E-M.
Right.
Oh, that's good coffee.
Joaquin is devastating the Bahamas. How selfish are those oceanfront homeowners in Ortley Beach to not actually give access so they can actually build those dunes and protect everybody? I haven't seen anything so selfish in my life.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you got to put yourself in the shoes of somebody that's dropped $5-7 million on a piece of beachfront property and wanted to see it. None of them have talked to me necessarily. You know, I'm not going to judge, but there's a lot of people that really do wish they'd signed those papers.
Thanks, Hank. Ronica, you're in Sea Isle City, where Governor Christie had a press conference. What do you got?
Well, the governor just finished his remarks in Sea Isle about the upcoming storm and Joaquin. And he reinforced what we have heard up until this point, that Joaquin is not expected to be a problem, that it is veering east, and that we dodged a bullet.
Well, I want folks to be ready for this area of the state is to be ready to be prepared to respond to flooding.
I did ask the governor about Ortley Beach and the frustrations there that Hank just reported on.
I feel for the people in River, Ortley, Brick, who don't have that project done yet because it's a project that's funded, that's planned, and is ready to go.
Now, onto a more important issue. Governor Christie was not wearing the famous blue fleece today. Instead, he was wearing a new fleece, a black fleece. He shared with us, after a reporter asked him about his fleeces, that he received 27 fleeces after Hurricane Sandy. He said that maybe tomorrow he'll wear a Jersey Fresh fleece, since the southern part of the state is well known for being Jersey Fresh.
The weekend's going to be rough for people at the shore. There's going to be flooding. Some people are going to be in trouble. So it's not over yet. Tamara, you're in Hackensack, where they are preparing for what's coming.
I'm in Hackensack right now, where it's known to flood whenever there's a storm, had terrible flooding during Sandy. And I'm here because Paul Nichols, a former homeless man, now he's an advocate and homeless blogger, he called me up and he said he's concerned about the homeless in this area and how they're going to handle the flooding and this storm.
The center's trying to get people to go with their families, but a lot of people don't have anywhere to go, no family, no friends, and it's just going to be basically Red Cross's situation at that point.
One of the first stops that we went to was a location under a bridge. We found 3 men living there. They had mattresses. This was obviously their home.
¿Es tu casa? Sí. ¿Cuántos años?
9 años.
9?
Yeah.
One of the guys said he knew that it flooded last year and that it almost ruined their beds. And I said, this year's going to be worse. Please be prepared.
I just have to ask you, I mean, this is not their first hurricane. If you've been there for 9 years, it's happened before. So are there not shelters in Hackensack?
Shelters here, they only take people from Bergen County. So if you've come from a different location, if you're not from Bergen County, you won't get into these shelters. There's also only limited space.
How do they know that? I mean, do Bergen County homeless look different than other homeless? I don't understand the difference. I don't get that as a criteria.
Well, obviously, I'm not an expert on that, but those are the particulars.
All right, Tamara, so there are shelters. Is there something we can put out for people that are the cops doing a sweep and going through and telling people? I can't believe it's just up to you and this advocate.
I spoke to Monarch House, which works with the county and helping homeless, and they said that when it does get more serious, they do go out, they do look for people to bring them to shelters, and they do it with the Red Cross as well. So hopefully they will get the help that they need. But unfortunately, what Paul says is sometimes you can't reach everybody, and they're known for sleeping in areas like this. Do you see how high this river is right now? It's already really high. If the storm hits us, it could only get worse.
Okay, thanks, Tamara.
Tiana Cornelius loves to read. You could see her walking here in Brooklyn's McCarran Park, ready to dive into her favorite book. But she does something a little different when she reads in public. She takes her shirt off.
People can sexualize anything, and some people are turned on by the idea of, like, I don't know, like the grass. Someone's into that.
Yeah.
I can't really, like, worry myself with how someone is sexualizing me because I know it's happening all the time.
She's one of roughly 60 members of New York City's outdoor co-ed Topless Pulp Fiction Club, a club urging women to burn their bras but not their books. Meetings take place in public places involving women ranging from 18 to 45 years old. The club started a few years ago to raise awareness to New York City's law allowing women to be topless in public. So has there been a change in perception among onlookers for their efforts? Well, not exactly.
Some people are like, awesome, you go girl, that's great. Oftentimes we'll get like concern from older women that are like, what are you doing? Like, is that okay? And we're like, no, this is legal. You can join us if you want to, you know. And then either they're like, you go girl, or they're like, oh. They seem like kind of upset or threatened. And then from guys, we also get like guys that, you know, kind of like take pictures or that nod, or some guys just get like really up in our space.
Now, this club isn't the only group promoting women's rights to be topless. In Times Square, we've seen the topless performers parading around in red, white, and blue paint, earning tips for photos. Critics say the topless panhandling is inappropriate, so I decided to ask Tiana, who is an advocate for women's rights, you know, do you think it's inappropriate that they're earning money?
I respect their right to topless panhandle. The Naked Cowboy has been topless panhandling for a decade, and no one said anything. So it's their right, and it's different, and I just think there should be less of a stigma and fewer issues around women taking their shirts off, because it's not a big deal.
And if you're interested in taking part in some alfresco reading, you can check out coed-topless-pulpfiction.wordpress.com.
Am I the only person that likes to read privately? Like, the last thing that I would want is people staring at me while I read.
Do you read
Do you know what I mean?
I thought she was going to say
Wait, do you read naked? Is that
why would you read naked? But like at the same time, like you're like involved in the book.
How does reading topless empower me? Their point is to raise awareness about being topless in New York and that it's legal, and also about making reading sexy. Are there men in the group?
It's mostly women, and they're skeptical about guys who want to join.
Well, they want to make sure these guys are intellectually stimulated.
I love New York.
It was an intimate event. They picked out a beautiful menu. Caterer never showed up. The couple ended up having to order $200 worth of pizza just to feed the people at their wedding.
It was like attending the funeral of someone in your office you vaguely know. It was sad.
Don't you think, though, this is the best thing that could have happened to you?
I got the scouting report on the Hyundai crossover lineup, and I got to tell you, son, I'm fired up. You got the 3-row, 7-passenger Santa Fe Sport, and the all-new Tucson, which had a heck of an off-season in the weight room.
Yep, and all backed by America's best warranty.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're also #1 in customer loyalty.
Yeah.
The all-new 2016 Tucson, now just $209 a month. This offer ends November 2nd.
Oh, New York. The party's always on my 9.
Let's have some fun. Come on.
I'm ready. They got music and everything.
The hottest shows.
Did you realize it's me?
Nicely done.
Folks got no idea what they're getting into.
On New York's hottest station.
Oh.
There you talking.
I'm partying.
Okay, then. Let's settle.
See it here, my 9.
Legendary racing heritage. All of our pioneering four-wheel drive experience come together in one amazing new vehicle. This is the all-new GLE Coupe, a Mercedes-Benz SUV with the heart and soul of a race car.
High-speed chase. Alex, start us off.
Well, with speculation on whether he is going to enter the 2016 presidential race at fever pitch, Vice President Joe Biden showed up at the Concordia Summit in Manhattan to talk about public-private partnerships. Now, part of his speech focused on the horrible tragedy of the shooting in Oregon that had happened earlier that day, echoing some of the president's remarks. But a lot of his speech was a total defense and endorsement of free enterprise.
We have a chance, and I mean it, to make hope and history rhyme. We have a chance
to bend history just a little bit.
We'll see what Biden's decision is. The CNN debate is October 13th, and they said they've got a podium waiting.
So 1 week ago, 17-year-old Evan Murray passed away after his football game as he played for the Warren Hills Blue Streaks. Well, John Bon Jovi sent a message to Evan's family and friends from United Arab Emirates saying that he would wear a number 18 sticker, which was Evan's football number, on his guitar, and also had this message for them.
As a father, and as a father of football players, my heart, my prayers, my thoughts go out to the Murray family.
Your wedding is supposed to be one of the most important days of your life. So when Dana and Chris wanted to get married, that's exactly what they did. It was an intimate event, 35 of their best friends and family. They picked out a beautiful menu through a caterer called MJ Smith Personal Chef. They found the chef through a website called Thumbtack. It's kind of like Angie's List. So they got in contact with this chef. They made their menu. Tick, 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 tick. Caterer never showed up. Texting the couple with the most ridiculous excuses I've ever heard in my life. The couple ended up having to order $150 to $200 worth of pizza just to feed the people at their wedding. They were completely embarrassed. After they contacted Thumbtack, the company, they went back and forth a little bit. Thumbtack actually refunded their deposit of $500 and also added $150 on top of that to cover the pizza. Now, they looked into MJ Smith, Michael John Smith's past, because Dana's actually an attorney. They found out he had a trouble history with drug possession, with theft for the past 6 years. So I decided that I wanted to give the Catscapones the wedding dinner that they never got. So here you go, without further ado, Mr. and Mrs. Catscapone.
Very nice. Nice entrance. Nice entrance. So tell us what happened.
We actually learned about it a minute before the ceremony. I got a text saying, we've had a catastrophic tire failure. Your food's been on the highway for a while, but we're going to get there. So I was able to make sort of a public announcement, and then we sort of delayed things. The crushing disappointment was when we walked in the room, and it was like attending the funeral of someone in your office you vaguely know. People are just milling about. It was echoey. It was sad.
Don't you think, though, this is the best thing that could have happened to you?
Well, there was booze.
Right, so it was forgettable for some
If there was no booze, there would have been violence.
All right, so you're about to eat. Rohan's got dinner coming for you.
I heard there might be pepperoni, but I don't deserve that.
I'm a vegetarian. And
all right, so what is
there you go.
I thought you guys would hear this. Just kidding. No pizza here, guys. No pizza. No.
Hey, whoa, Rohan.
I love pizza.
I think they want the pizza.
I didn't come here without... Oh, there it is.
All right, guys. Enjoy your meal. Ronica, you're going to be emceeing a special event in a few nights, the March of Dimes fundraiser. What do you got?
It's called the Signature Chef's Auction, and it will take place on Monday in Long Branch. They connected me with Michelle Novak. Now, Michelle and Joe, they are a married couple, and they struggled to get pregnant for over 6 years in 2 rounds of IVF. And on that second round of IVF, Michelle was elated. She became pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl. But at 23 weeks and 6 days, she delivered Tyler and Emma. Now, Tyler was just 1 pound 8 ounces, and Emma was 1 pound 6 ounces.
You can't prepare yourself for seeing how tiny they are.
Unfortunately, they were born on November 1st. Little Emma only lived until November 2nd. It was incredibly moving when Michelle actually brought down for me the little teddy bear made at the size and weight of what little Emma was when she was born, along with Emma's ashes.
Roll over. You're gonna do it. Go on. You got it. You got it. You got it. Oh, you're almost there. Go on.
Tyler does have some issues still today. He's struggling with chronic lung disease. He had problems with his eyes. He had 7 blood transfusions while in the NICU, a staph infection, pneumonia. And Michelle says that when she learned about the March of Dimes, not only did she find out that the research they fund helped her son's lungs, she also found a support group and a community.
To lose one, it's like, I feel like you have one here and that's your anchor, but your heart, half of your heart is gone.
It's a good cause. How can our viewers help?
Well, we're going to put all of the information. If they'd like to come to the Signature Chefs auction, there are still tickets available. There are events like this all year round, so we'll put that information on our website, and we'll keep you posted.
There is a first dog film festival happening in the Upper West Side this weekend, and our favorite canine meteorologist, Schmitty the Weather Dog, is in it.
What? Yeah, Schmitty doesn't want to ruin the film. You have to come see us.
For passing too much gas? Well, that stinks, but this guy says it happened to him. You'll meet him on the next Chasing News.
It's intelligent enough to warn of danger from virtually anywhere. It's been smashed, dropped, and driven. It's perceptive enough to detect other vehicles on the road. It's been shaken, rattled, and pummeled. It's innovative enough to brake by itself, park itself, and help you steer. It's been in the rain, the cold, and dragged through the mud. Introducing the all-new Mercedes-Benz GLE. It's where brains meet brawn.
You think you've got a good answer?
How about your panties?
This is too much information. Would you say it in front of your family? Name something that often lasts longer than you want it to. Work.
A movie.
Sex. Not about him. Not about him.
Well, who the hell are you married to? What would you say on Family Feud?
Weeknights at 6:30 and 7 on My9.
The Honda for You sales event is happening now, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Honda Accord. The Accord is the best-selling midsize car in America, which makes sense because it's also the best value. And the Accord is loaded with standard features. So hurry into your Honda dealer today, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Accord during the Honda for You sales event.
I'm Nick Gregory. This is the Weather App.
Pretty ugly day out there, right? It was more like November than the early part of October, as temperatures only made it to the low and middle 50s today. North Jersey down to Newark and 54 there, 57 New York City, same down at Belmar. Didn't break 50 though at West Point, 51 at Vernon, Bernardsville 55, and we're looking at those temperatures staying pretty much in the lower 50s again for a lot of the area tomorrow. Maybe some middle 50s at that. 56 at Lakewood, and as we head to South Jersey again, mid and upper 50s there, but barely. And again, we've had a big problem with coastal flooding. Coastal flood warnings continue along the Jersey shore. We've already seen water come onto the streets there across the immediate coastal areas. That'll happen again during tonight's high tide cycle, which will be close to midnight. Coastal flood advisory for western Long Island Sound over towards the eastern end of Long Island. And a wind advisory is up still for the shore. Wind gusts up to about 40 miles per hour. So the front is still kind of stalled right here, and high pressure off to the north. The wind coming right in between. That's what's causing the coastal flood threat, just the water piling up against the coast. And look at this plume of tropical moisture coming up the eastern seaboard. So that rain continues tonight. Hurricane Joaquin, in the meantime, still a Category 4 storm, moving northward, but still pummeling the Bahamas. Fortunate, again, it will stay offshore. Here's the latest track guidance. Joaquin still will be a very strong hurricane as it moves off the east coast of the United States and continues to advance on northward, and will not be a threat, again, to our part of the country as it eventually heads out to sea. We may still see some rough surf from the storm as we head on in towards Sunday on into Monday. All right, our futurecast shows, again, that rain does continue tonight. Tomorrow's just occasional light rain or drizzle. Still a windy day. Watch out for coastal flooding. A lot of clouds Sunday, but it should be dry most of the time, and then better weather comes in for next week. Tonight, rain, windy and chilly in the 40s. Tomorrow, again, it's periods of rain, only climbing into the middle 50s. It'll be drizzly at times in the afternoon. A little improvement Sunday at 60, better on Monday, 67, then around 70 or better Tuesday through Thursday, even on into Friday. I'm Nick Gregory for My9.
Mets and Yankees were rained out tonight. Mets at home, Yanks at Baltimore. Both will try again to make up their respective postponements tomorrow as part of day-night doubleheaders. But the good news is, after the regular season ends this Sunday, both our local teams will continue to play ball in the postseason.
Swing on it.
Yankees punching their ticket in last night by clinching a wildcard berth with a win over the Red Sox. Now, that one-game wildcard shootout is scheduled for Tuesday, but where and who the Yanks will play remains to be seen. Now, while the Yanks must be congratulated for making it into the postseason for a 52nd time, unfortunately, I'm not very optimistic about them being successful this time around. Even if the Yanks win the wildcard game, I see them losing in the next round. The Mets, on the other hand, are a different story. I believe karma is on their side. With a very strong young pitching staff, coupled with some tremendous late-season acquisitions, Yoenis Cespedes in particular, the Mets became a steamroller over the last 2 months, and now they get ready to battle the Dodgers in the National League Divisional Series. Who gets home field advantage is still unknown because going into tonight, the Mets and Dodgers had the same identical records at 89 and 70. Either way, though, for my money, I like the Mets to advance on. Why? Like I said, it's simple. It's all about karma.
Today I Skyped with our favorite canine meteorologist, Schmitty the weather dog. Guess what? He's not just a weather dog, he's also a movie star. There is a first dog film festival happening in the Upper West Side this weekend, and Schmitty's in it.
Dog Talk is about people who are a little bit crazy about their dogs, and I don't know who that would be. What? Yeah, Schmitty doesn't want to ruin the film. You have to come see it, Saturday at noon.
So I got to talk to him about being in his first short film that took 8 years to make, and pretty much the film festival.
How old is Schmitty?
Governor Cuomo was named godfather of Billy Joel's baby girl. The two are very good friends. The proud piano man posted these photos of baby Della Rose on his website in August. Joel was playing a concert in Philadelphia and shared these pictures with his fans. Joel and his wife, Alexa, were married 4th of July weekend with Governor Cuomo presiding. And in today's Oh No, the internet is ruining everything. Yelp for people, basically.
Oh, wow.
You can already rate restaurants, hotels, so why not rate that ex you just can't stand? People, set to launch in November, will allow you to assign reviews and 1 to 5 star ratings on anyone you know. And Bill, do you not want to be on the site? Well, too bad, because once your name's on there, you can't take it off.
Here's what you missed on Chasing News this week. We have Team Chaser coverage of Hurricane Joaquin,
the Jersey version of Ghostbusters.
Evan Murray died just doing what he loved.
Next show.
Fired for passing too much gas? Well, that stinks, but this guy says it happened to him. You'll meet him only on the next Chasing News.
Have a story we should know about? Help us chase it down by logging on to chasingnews.com/tips.
Sleepy's Columbus holiday prices are unbeatable. Get up to half off nearly every mattress in the store. Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, and more. With Beauty Rest Queen sets starting at just $249 each piece. Get a free box spring with any Sealy Posturepedic mattress. Save up to $1,000 on a huge selection of adjustable power bases. And get free delivery on Tempur-Pedic and more during Sleepy's Columbus holiday sale. Trust New York's #1 mattress retailer. Sleepy's, the only mattress professionals.
Hey, I'm Jeff Devlin, licensed contractor, and I've helped thousands of people with major home improvements. But there's one easy fix that can improve your home, could save you money every month, even help the environment.
Go solar with the NRG Home Solar team. They're making it even easier to get started, and they could save you serious cash.
With NRG Home Solar, we save a considerable amount of money.
It almost feels like someone's giving me money every month.
My friends are jealous. My biggest regret was that we didn't do it sooner.
Across the country, electric rates have risen dramatically, but the NRG Home Solar team protects you from rising electric prices. Imagine locking in the price of your solar electricity for the next 20 years.
That meter on my solar panels is saying ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
To me, that's like someone just writing you a check every month.
Don't take chances with your electricity. NRG Home Solar is part of a Fortune 500 company, so you know they're going to be there for you today, tomorrow, and all the years to come. In fact, when the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino that when Las Vegas wanted to go solar, they turned to the NRG family. If they can make lighting the Vegas Strip reliable and more affordable, think what they could do for your home.
You're not paying an electric company, you're investing in yourself and your future.
With the NRG Home Solar Team, you pay nothing to get started. Zero. Installation is free, and call now to find out how you can get 2 months of solar electricity free. So if you're into the idea of going solar and saving money well into the future, call the NRG Home Solar Team.
I can't believe more people don't get this.
Find out how you could get started for no money down plus free installation, and call now to get 2 months of solar electricity free. Just give them a call and they'll tell you how much you can save. It's free and there is no obligation.
Call 866-420-8899 or visit myenergyhomesolar.com to get your free, no obligation quote to find out how much you could save on your electric bill. Call 866-420-8899. That's 866-420-8899.